Hello, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Mr. Maxwell, and welcome back to a chat about video games. And of course, with me, as always, Exile Magpie.
Well, I've got nothing else to do right now.
We both have nothing to do here.
Exactly.
I mean, I do. I'm still working.
Yes, you are.
I'm still working
Because
through all this mess.
because where you work, they think for some reason they're a essential
Fine.
store.
Fine. To be honest with you, I'd rather be working than stuck at home. But it's fine. Anyway, we had the BAFTA Awards Thursday just
which I kind of enjoyed. It was
alright. It was
Dara O'Brien was the host, and he's as funny as ever. I'm a big fan of Dara O'Brien. He's hilarious. So I was always going to be pretty much, and also some of the acceptance speeches were great because they had dogs and sheep.
Yes.
There was an acceptance speech with sheep in it.
Yes.
I mean, what more do you want?
This was nice.
Yeah.
Like how quick it was.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was like a lot of award ceremonies now. They feel like they go on.
Yeah, there was only one exception speech that did drag on, but it was understandable for.
Yes, we'll go into it once we get to it. But it was a good award ceremony. I hope that we get more like that.
I think BAFTA's pretty much usually like that. The problem is that very
BAFTA,
rarely do we get.
It's not live. It's
usually recorded.
It's a highlight show.
Yeah, and this was recorded as well, but because obviously with the situation as it is, it was more like I think everyone who was nominated was asked to do an acceptance speech for their nomination.
Yeah.
From the sounds of it, from what some people were saying on their acceptance speech, I don't know if they were or not. Maybe they were told that everyone else was doing it, but just to keep them like guessing and not potentially spill the beans. But anyway, the award show was done. It went with a very nice pace. I think that was probably because there was no one in front of a mic stand with the actual trophy in their hands, and although there was one acceptance speech where where the guy had a giant bottle of something in representing representing the BAFTA trophy that they get,
yes,
which was hilarious. It was brilliant. Everyone just seemed to have like fun with it, which is nice. It's really nice. Like it wasn't so stuck up and.
Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through the categories.
We'll go through the categories
and nominations, and then we'll say who won.
Yeah, we could do that. I was thinking we go basically like because we'd already gone through the nominations last time we chatted.
That's very true.
Basically, we just run through like who won what, but like leave those that won multiples till last.
Yeah.
Because there was only 2 games that won multiples. From what I could see.
Okay, so I think if we go with best evolving game first.
Yep. So
the winner of that was Path of Exile, which was one of the games.
What we didn't pick. I think I picked. Didn't I?
You picked Path of Exile.
Path of Exile. It's one of the few ones we got right.
Yeah, we got most of these wrong.
We got most of these wrong, which is perfect. But Path of Exile.
I said I think Path of Exile was going to win it. But because I'm a big Final Fantasy 14
player, you wanted Final Fantasy 14 to win.
Final Fantasy 14 to win.
And we wanted for the redemption arc, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky?
Path of Exile, though, just deserves it.
It does.
It's just like... It's the content that game is constantly being added with. Even though that they are now developing Path of Exile 2, and it's like, here's a whole new class. You think the Diablo Necromancer is OP. Just when you see our Necromancer.
The Necromancer in Path of Exile is a bit crazy. It's
just
crazy.
ridiculous. It is literally like, what if we took Diablo and turn it up to 25? Not 11, not 20, not 11, not 15, not 20. No, just go all the way up to 25. Fucking it. Double it and then some.
And then probably Path of Exile 2 is probably going to just expand even more.
Yeah,
it's going to get even more crazy.
So
a well-deserved win for Path of Exile there. Best family?
Best family game.
Best family game was won by Untitled Goose Game.
Which you were not happy with.
I was not happy with because now it's not the fact that it's a game about goose that I'm unhappy that it won.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like geese. It's more the fact that I don't class Untitled Goose Game as a family game.
Why is that?
Because it is literally a one-player game.
You see, I think that the terminology for family game is a game that they used was a game that anyone in the family that can play. And the Untitled Goose Game is, even though, you are literally being a 100% dick to the entire population of that game, which is, understandable because you're a goose and geese are evil.
I mean, to be fair, the other nominations in this one, I mean, other than... I think Luigi's Mansion 3 is literally only one.
Yeah, we put Luigi Mansion. We put our horses on Luigi's Mansion 3.
But I said Luigi. But our horses.
Yeah. Put our bets. Put our bets on the horses.
I picked Luigi's Mansion because it was the only one that, to me,
yeah,
represents really a family game for everybody can play.
Yeah.
Not anybody, like everybody. Like I don't.
It's one of those where the terminology will depend on the person.
Yeah.
But
for BAFTA, it was a game
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game won, and then the exception speech was a guy with a goose.
Yeah, yes, it was a guy with a goose.
It was a guy with a goose.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was all right. I'm fine with it.
Okay.
What shall we? Let's move on to multiplayer next.
Actually, no. Let's quickly go through best mobile games since we get it out the window and dump it out the sea. COD Mobile.
Oh yes, yeah. We're not talking about COD Mobile 1.
COD Mobile 1,
no,
which
it was voted for
apparently you can work a way around to play COD Mobile on your PC, which means you are ridiculously overpowered.
Yeah.
Because touchscreen controls are shit.
Yes. They are.
They're terrible.
I can't remember what it
doesn't
was,
that.
isn't it?
That's not a criticism of the game. That's just the fact that touchscreen controls are and still will be for a long while shit.
I think we chose Pokemon Go, didn't we?
Yes, we chose Pokemon Go. Even though we probably knew it wasn't going to win. So
okay, so mobile's out of the way.
Yeah.
Technical achievement was won by Death Stranding, which, to be fair, I think against the other ones, let's have a look what else was in there. Yeah. I mean, the only other one in there that I think could have actually stood up against Death Stranding is Control.
Yeah.
Out of the nominations.
Death Stranding is just like... I mean, you're a bit pissed off at the BTs.
Yes, I hate the BTs. Like, they're so frustrating.
But, as just from a technical perspective, like, that is just one hell of an accomplishment that game is.
Yeah.
Like the environment and the way everything reacts with each other, it's done so well. So yeah, it's understandable. Like we've said in the previous video, like a lot of these games that have been nominated, you could easily see winning for different reasons and like different, they all have their strengths and weaknesses, and you can easily see, like, understand why if another game had gotten the nod, why. It's not like the Oscars when literally you have like 4 nominations and you go, nah, that guy's gonna win.
Yes. So yeah, I do like the Death Stranding, the way everything is. Yeah. I mean, as much as I hate the BTs, the actual effect of them, the fact that when they see you, they come chasing after you, and you see the mud just like splash up, and then the hands are glowing orange when it happens, and it's just how everything's just seamlessly does it. Yeah, is what impresses me so much about it. Death Stranding, like I said, the only other one in the nominations that I could see really standing up to it was Control.
And Control is one hell of a
very good game.
Yeah. But that was the only one Death Stranding actually got.
Yeah, it was the only award Death Stranding got. Obviously, Kojima got the Fellowship Award,
which was a give,
which was understandable.
Well, the thing is, it's the Lifetime Achievement Award. There's only one person that's ever going to get it per year, and we all knew Hideo Kojima was going to get it.
They usually announce who's getting it before the event, anyway.
And deservedly so. Like, I think people understand like how much of an impact he's had in gaming. But whether or not they know how big an impact Kojima has had.
The little video that they showed was really, really
It was.
good.
There was a lot of people like in the business of like different parts of the gaming industry explaining like why he is so important. And if you think about it, without Metal Gear Solid, you wouldn't have half of the games turn out the way they did.
Yeah.
Like, the stealth genre wouldn't exist.
Oh, no.
The way, like, cutscenes and, like movie presentation of certain games would not happen if there wasn't the Metal Gear Solid series.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he has had a huge, monumental, colossus impact on the industry, and Konami really should fucking bury their heads in the sand.
Yeah, they really should.
Because...
But it's not only that, like, the first Metal Gear,
yeah,
that was kind of like one of the
yeah,
first games.
He made a stealth game on a Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah, and if you think about it, at the time when the first Metal Gear came out,
yeah,
the whole thing back then was a 2D shooter where you shot everyone.
If it was a game set in a war setting, it was a 2D shooter.
Yeah,
like Contra, Bullet Hell, stuff like that, Commando,
and
he comes up
take that,
and it's like, yeah, it's the whole thing of like, look, you're one guy up against a whole bunch, an entire base. You shouldn't go in guns blazing. It's like, this is a silly and stupid thing, and he made it work, and and that's just the Metal Gear, like Police Notes.
Yes.
How, you can't, like, the storytelling in Police Notes is fantastic. And if you think about, like, when that game was released, when the tools available to him, and for him to make those games, shows how good he is. Also, I love the fact that for Metal Gear Solid, he used to build the levels out of Lego to see how they worked in 3D.
Yes.
I think that's just perfect. That is perfection.
Okay, so from there we shall move on to let's move on to British game.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see, who did we have for British game?
I think we picked...
You said Project Zoo.
Yeah.
And I said Total War Free Kingdoms.
Planet Zoo.
Planet Zoo, that's the one. And I said Total War Free Kingdoms because I'm a Free Kingdoms fan.
And what got it was
Observation.
Observation. The problem with us trying to pick some of these games is that we've not actually played them ourselves because we don't get paid for this. We don't have the finances or resources to be able to.
We work most of the days.
We don't have time.
I mean, we do now. Like right now.
Yeah, right now.
Not when we did the nominees video.
No,
we didn't have time then.
No, because we had done that chat straight after.
I think we mainly picked Free Kingdoms and Planet Zoo because we knew.
I say Planet Zoo. I think Planet Zoo is still one of the greatest games I've ever played because of just what it can do, and also I love tiny little baby animals. I mean, what is not to like them about red pandas? And
exactly,
baby
the most
red pandas.
Adorable creatures in the red pandas.
Baby red pandas. I mean, what's better than a red panda? A baby red panda.
A little one with big googly eyes.
Tiny one with big googly eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Observation is a...
I'm gonna sound like an idiot now. It's an observation game. It looked. It kind of looked like a walking simulator.
It was, but it was more interactive and story driven.
Puzzly.
Yeah, it was a more puzzle orientated, story driven game.
Yeah.
And it looks really, really good. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play it because we don't have time or mutant powers to be able to stop time and be able to play the game. But anyway,
did we say multiplayer? Did we gone through?
No. You were about to, and I said we'll get.
Oh yeah, we'll get more. So multiplayer went to Apex Legends. I was kind of disappointed with this. I really, really wanted Luigi's Mansion to win this.
Yeah, I think I mentioned like Apex. I probably think would win it.
Yeah. I
can't.
can't.
I think the thing is also like, didn't Apex Legends release like shortly after
the BAFTAs last year?
It was like too late to be nominated for the BAFTAs.
Yeah, I think so.
But the good thing is, Fortnite didn't get it because Fortnite doesn't deserve it.
Fortnite wasn't going to get. I don't even think. No, Fortnite wasn't even.
The Division 2.
Tom Clancy's Division 2. They were. They shouldn't have got it. Call of Duty didn't get it, which I'm very happy with.
Oh yeah, Modern Warfare. yeah, look, Modern Warfare is a good. It's a
I'm
good.
I'm gonna get so much hate off Call of Duty fans if I ever manage to. If somehow my YouTube career takes off, Call of Duty fans are just gonna murder me.
It's a good thing you don't give a shit about them, then, isn't it?
It's a really good thing that I don't care about Call of Duty.
But look, it's a good game, but I understand why some people wouldn't like it. Like, it's a first-person shooter, and some people don't like first-person shooters, and also it's a realism war.
Call of Duty preferred.
It's a Call of Duty game.
Now. All of them are just like it's copy and paste.
Yeah, it's a Call of Duty game. But anyway, we're digressing here.
We're digressing. We're not complaining about games.
Apex Legends won. I think, on its own merits, it does deserve to win it.
Yes.
I think the thing with Luigi's Mansion is like the multiplayer's more mini game, apart from the co-op, which is only 2 people.
I just really wanted Luigi's Mansion to be Apex Legends because I thought it would be funny.
What, Nintendo's the EA? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the downside with Apex Legends, is that it's under the EA umbrella, and EA are awful.
The other downside to Apex Legends is because it's done quite well for itself. We're probably never going to get a Titanfall 3 now.
Yeah.
Because they'll just want Apex
Respawn,
Legends.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Because Jedi Fallen Order's done well, Respawn are now going to be focusing on the sequel to that.
Yes, and BioWare are trying to fix Anthem. Bless them. Bless them all. So we'll go on to Luigi. We'll go on to
Best
animation.
Yeah,
I just said the winner.
Yeah, Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion 3, which, to be fair, if we have a look at the other ones, we've got Sekiro, Sayonara Wild Hearts.
Sekiro didn't win a single thing.
It did not. I was quite surprised at that. I honestly thought Sekiro was going to win Best Game.
And it didn't.
It didn't. Yeah. Luigi's Mansion 3, it's probably the best. It's the nicest looking.
It is the nicest looking, but also if you think about like the way Luigi is animated, like his reactions, and again, it was another category where we literally said anyone in that category deserves to win for their own different merits.
Apart from Call of Duty.
Apart from Call of Duty.
Apart from Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. It's like no.
But Luigi's Mansion won that, a well-deserved win for Luigi's Mansion.
Yep.
To be fair, the way they have Luigi move, which is like all cartoony, and it's artistic achievement, I should say.
Yeah.
That went to Sayonara Wild Hearts,
which deserves.
It's a very beautiful game.
It is.
It's a weird game, but it's very, very good looking.
It is and this is the thing with artistic style. It's like sometimes less is more. And yes, it is very bright, but it is very like unless you're a neon color, you're not getting anywhere near this game.
Oh yeah.
And it takes the colors it does and uses it very, very well. So it deserved.
It's a very good looking.
Understandably,
game.
a deserved winner.
It's also I think let's have a look at the other nominations. So you had Concrete Genie. That's probably the other one I would have given it to. But the rest of them,
Disco Elysium,
Nights and Bikes, Disco Elysium. There's a lot there that actually, when you think about it, can go.
That could have been like any. That basically could have gone down to a person's preference.
Yeah.
All of those nominations, the art style in them are fantastic, and I think. It is. I think potentially, like on any other day, it could have gone to someone else. So, I mean, congratulations to.
This might sound weird for me to say, but the two ones that I didn't think were going to win was Control and Death Stranding. The other ones, because they're so different.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was like artistic style is not about graphic fidelity. It's about
that's what I'm on about. The art. I'm not on about graphics.
Yeah,
I'm about the art style.
Yeah,
like Concrete Genie, Disco Elysium, Nights and Bikes, and Sayonara and Wild Hearts. They're so like.
Vibrant.
Out there.
Yeah, but they're so vibrant as well. Yeah. While
Death Stranding and Control, they're very dark and
well it's more realistic looking. Like the focus on the realism, and there is a style or like a feel with Kojima games in the way that the game moves and all that sort of thing. It's like, which I've only first noticed in Metal Gear Solid 2, but there's something that clearly distinctly differs from Kojima's stuff to other games, like go for a realistic look. But still, when you go into artistic style, usually that will count against you if you go for a realism thing, because it's like, well, you're just making something that looks really real, and it looks really, really real.
It looks really good. Really, that tree looks as real that I could cut it down.
But this thing that's bright pink and is really nicely shining yellow with a neon glow, and it's always going to go like that. That difference makes them stand out more.
Yeah.
And Sayonara Wild Hearts is...
It's just a very pretty game to look at. It's just a very pretty game to look at. So we'll move on to audio achievement next, and that went out to Ape Out. Now, I have absolutely no idea what Ape Out is.
Ape Out is a top-down... To call it a twin-stick shooter is wrong. But like the control system kind of is like that.
It goes into that sort of genre.
Yeah.
As you say.
Yeah. It's like if you could, it's in there because it can't fit in any other box.
Yeah.
But, like Ape Out, the thing is always like the sound matches everything to what's happening on the screen. Like completely. Like when anything from you just moving to like having a massive fight against a whole bunch of guys who are trying to kill you, you throwing things into walls, bashing through things. The sound design and music and everything is like all tied into it, and it's done extremely well. Very few games do that and nail that extreme perfectly, and like the sound is like a good physical representation and matches up with what's happening on screen. Another game that does that very, very well is Doom.
Yes.
Doom Eternal. Like the game, the music builds in that game. The more things that happen, the more intense the battle becomes. And Ape Out does like that. Obviously not to the same metallic death god
of Jim Gordon.
Mick Gordon.
Why do I call him Jim Gordon?
Because we were watching WrestleMania when we were talking about...
Batman, man.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Ape Out, I mean, and it's another one where any one of them could have probably won, but Ape Out...
I think we said Fallen Order was going to win it.
I said Fallen Order because it got everything right for us. It had the feel of a Star Wars game, and even the music and the sound effects, it fit perfectly in to the Star Wars lore and feel of the game. But yeah, again, Ape Out again just got the nod, and I can't really say it doesn't deserve it. So
very true.
Right.
So we're going to move on to performer in a supporting role.
Yeah.
Okay. So and that went to I'm going to try and pronounce this, and I apologise. Marty Susello.
Yeah.
As the janitor in Control.
Yeah. One of the standout performances in that game. Him and the lass who plays the main character.
Yes.
He's fantastic from the stuff I've seen. So.
Well, I think the actual like voice acting in Control
is really good.
Well,
he's a freaking another level. He was really good, and I think. Did we pick for him, or did we pick... I
think I picked... I chose Troy Baker as Higgs.
Ah, yes, because it's Troy Baker.
Because it's Troy Baker. Well, why wouldn't I pick Troy
Baker? But yeah, I personally think positively on really good result for Control.
Actually, that's another game I'm surprised didn't win as many...
What, Control? Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't get it. I think this is the only one it got. To be perfectly honest, right, a lot of the games only got one award. I think only 2 got more than 1.
Yeah.
So
we'll move on to.
Since we've done the best support role,
we're going to move best into a leading role. And this went to Gonzalo Martin as Sean Diaz in Life is Strange 2, and his acceptance speech. My God!
If you didn't know this was his first acting job, voiceover. If you didn't know it wasn't, his reaction to this award made you understand it, because he just went. He lost it. I mean, he couldn't believe it. I think it'd be wrong to call it milking like the moment, but he was making this moment last as long as possible because oh my God, I just can't believe he
thanked everyone, including the corner shop. He thanked everybody he could think of.
Yeah. And it did drag on a little bit, But
the thing is, he was clearly young. I think
Yeah.
he's only like...
it's his first, like, this is the thing, this is apparently his first lead role he's ever done.
It is his first lead role. It was...
So, I can understand him, like, going, holy shit,
Yeah.
I've won. And it was a very good performance throughout Life is Strange 2. So, you know, even just getting the nomination in, you know, considering who he was going up against.
Norman Reedus, Barry Sloane, Logan Marshall Green, sorry, Courtney Hope, and Laura Bailey.
Yeah.
Brought up some big names there.
And it's big names and good performances. It's
Oh, yeah.
It's like... So, yeah, I totally understand him completely losing his mind over...
I mean, I didn't think he was going to win. I thought Courtney Hope was going to win this.
Oh, Control.
Yeah, I thought Control was going to win it.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was another one of these, like, on another day, potentially she could have
Somebody,
gotten,
yeah.
Someone else could have gotten the nod. But yeah, it was a damn good performance in Life is Strange 2. And in any other year, it would have been like a slam dunk, easy win.
All of them deserved.
All of them deserved to win.
All of them deserved
But unfortunately,
to win,
only one of them could.
Yeah, only one person could win, and it was...
We're in one of these
Gonzalo.
weird moments of, like, there was a lot of shit coming out in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
And yet there's also an awful lot of really, really good stuff. The thing is that all the awful shit is coming from the stuff that the companies that really should be have the money, the finances, and the manpower and the time to give us really good stuff, and yet they're giving us all the shit.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Right, so now we are basically on to...
The two that
won more than one.
more than one. I think we'll go with Disco Elysium first.
Disco Elysium won 2 awards, I do believe.
3.
3? Did they win 3 or not?
Best music, best debut, and best narrative. I think I picked best narrative for Disco Elysium because...
Yes, I think we did. Yes, we did.
The fact that, like, a lot of things can change in that game and the narrative has to follow along is really... Like, that is probably one of... Like, narrative in a game in itself is like it's not the easiest thing to do. It's really hard because it's not like a person... You're basically a DM or GM for a role-playing game.
Yeah.
In a sense, for narrative, because you can't make the pace because it's the player that makes the pace. You can't dictate, like, how the player reacts, what they do, how they do it, and how long it takes them to do.
Yeah, all you can do is put them in a situation.
Yeah, and then hope that they get to the end point the way you want them to, in a sense. And so for Disco Elysium to have such a really good narrative in it, and for it to work so well, despite all the various choices that they gave to the player, I think it was going to have to be Disco Elysium.
I think we picked it to Disco Elysium. I think this was one of the very few that we got right.
Yeah. Best music, I think we went for Death Stranding.
I picked Death Stranding.
But I think that's probably because we've been playing Death Stranding a lot, Disco Elysium, and so like we didn't have like the conjecture of when the music was being played for Disco Elysium.
That's very true.
Say. But again, the music in both them, Death Stranding, as well as all the others that were nominated, it was, again, the music's great in all of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think the fact that Disco Elysium got it shows how good the music is in that game.
Yes.
So, there's that. And obviously, best debut. For this to be a debut game, to be so well put together, implemented, and...
I think they're only a small studio.
Yeah, and it to be as batshit crazy as it was, and yet still work and be entertaining, is a monumental feat, and they deserve...
This was the one that we got wrong. We went with Death Stranding for this.
Yes.
We definitely went for Death Stranding with this.
Yes.
But again, this category is another one that any one of them could have won. Katana Zero, Knights and Bikes, Manifold Garden, Ape Out, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium. Any one of them could have won, to be fair.
Yeah. We've missed one prize. Best Game Beyond Entertainment.
Let's have a look.
Kind Words won that.
I don't think that's on here.
Look a little break between the Disco Elysium and the one that won the most game.
Death Stranding, Koji. Oh.
Is it not on that list?
I don't
it's
think
a good
it's on
thing I
this
wrote
list.
it down.
Oh, Kind Words. There it is.
Kind
Words. Lo-fi. Yeah. Game Beyond Entertainment. Kind Words.
And if-
I have no idea what Kind Words
I
is.
think.
So,
See, I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it.
But from what because I had a little look and see what it was about after we saw the thing, and it seemed to be like
I think I picked Ring Fit for this. Just as a joke.
as a joke. You expected to not get that right though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I mean, it's a Kind Words, so it won it.
It won. I can't tell you anything about it. But it won. I can tell you it won the BAFTA award.
Yeah, for best game Beyond.
That's about all I can tell you. Right. So
now we move on to the game that won all of them. It came on with all the marbles, including.
It came with the big. It got the big one.
Yeah. It got best game design, best
game
original property, and best game.
It won really all the three big ones.
The three big ones, but the best, and that is the Outer Wilds. And I think the reason why it got these is there's a charm in this game. There was a distinct, unique charm that the game has.
So I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I played a little bit of it,
Uh-huh.
and I've got the same feeling from that as I did from Animal Crossing. And what I mean is, I was very chill when I was playing that game. I wasn't. It's not like when I played Minecraft where I was like, "Oh, I want to go over there."
Yeah.
No, this was. I want to go over there, but I'm just gonna take my time while I do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's got its own like charm and feel, and like everything is like in the player's control. There's puzzles to do. It's all very well put together. It's all very well designed. The graphic style fits in with the feel of the game and the story that it's telling.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it's got a lot of like wonder and mystery to it as well. It's its own like charm and like.
It's got a lot of like I'm gonna call them secrets because they're like things that you can find.
Yeah.
And do.
And there's this one overarching mystery or story that like ties it all together, and it's so well put together.
It is. It's a very nice game.
So
it's a very nice game. Well deserved.
Yes.
For all of them.
Probably.
Again, best game. The ones that it beat. Again, apart from Untitled Goose Game.
I think you would have broken my computer monitor if that.
I would have left the room and this video would not be getting done. But Untitled Goose Game won that game. Won that award.
It was a great. I liked it. I liked the show. I liked.
I think
there's a lot of like winners that I literally would have gone. I don't think that deserved it.
I think
one. The biggest, Untitled Goose Game. You don't like it. Yes, I know. Well, you're just gonna have to live with it. Look, just because there are a bunch of people on the internet going ape shit about stuff for no apparent reason, doesn't mean that we have to be professional.
I'm not going ape shit about it. I'm just saying Untitled Goose Game did not deserve to win that award.
You've already made your point.
I've made my point.
Yes.
It's a well deserved point.
Yes, but you're also now trying to make the point. You're trying to make the point again.
I'm not. I'm just saying because you said there wasn't any games that you didn't think didn't deserve to win an award.
Yes,
all I'm saying is I had one.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. And a lot of these games, like on another day, like they wouldn't have. If it was like another year, a lot of the games that didn't win would have been a slam dunk. Like if Control was released last year.
Yeah, I think Control would have just took it.
Control would have just absolutely annihilated a lot of the competition because, dear God, that game is so well, and yet it only won one award.
It did.
Death Stranding.
Again, another well put together game that only won one award.
Won one award. But yeah, I like I say, I can't put my hand up and say, oh, that should have won that, and this should have won that. And
I'm not gonna
storm the stage. And
I don't think there's anybody. I don't think any. Like I'm with you. Most of these winners, against the ones that they were up against, like we've said, any one of them could have won.
Yeah.
It's not like none of the games deserved.
It's not like the Oscars where you clearly know who's going to win it going into it.
Yeah, no. Oh, God. I'll tell you something, actually, with what's going on. We might get a plus with the Oscars.
Well, not actually get one.
No, we'll get one, but it'll be like this one where it'll be short, quick and sweet.
Yeah, might do.
God, the Oscars go on for way too long.
I mean, to be perfectly honest...
It's just an advert now.
Considering the fact that we've just watched through 2 nights of WrestleMania.
I know. By the way, the Firefly Funhouse match, for anybody who's watched it, that is the best thing I have watched WWE do for a very long time.
John Cena and Bray Wyatt had an awful lot of fun.
They had a lot of fun doing that match. Anyway, off with the tangent. Yeah, I think the awards was very, considering the situation that they were in.
Yeah, considering like
very well put together.
Yes, Dara Breen, like I say, Dara Breen was on point with his jokes. The fact that he is a gamer, helps because he can make it's easier to relate to. And his experiences,
and with him being a gamer, he can make those gamer jokes.
Yes,
that we as gamers get.
Yes.
So it's fine. I wouldn't be against them doing it this way again.
Definitely not.
I think what this has shown is that there are some award ceremonies that do go on for far too long.
Yes.
When you don't need them to go that long.
All award ceremonies tend to go on far too long.
Yeah.
The Game Awards go on for far too long.
I like the Game Awards though.
Yes, but they're not. You don't like them for being the Game Awards. You like them for being the advertisement for what's coming.
Yes. Very true.
In gaming. If it was if you focus on like just the awards thing, it does seem to go on for a bit.
Actually, I think if we took all the advertisement out of the Game Awards, it'd probably be around about the same length as what the BAFTA Awards was.
Probably.
Because when you think about it, I think about 3/4 of the time you are literally watching advertisement for either what's coming or the new event in Apex Bloody Legends or Fortnite
or the next Call of Duty game.
When you think about when the awards are actually presented, they're only there giving a speech for about 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Rough, give or take?
Yeah, I totally understand. There's... I think, though, they will go...
They're going to go back. They're going to go back to the way it was.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, if they just decided, you know what, let's just do it this way. If BAFTA came along and went, well, that worked really well.
Yeah.
Why don't we just do it that way again? Instead of doing this big ceremony. Because, like I said, they don't show it live on telly.
No.
Right? So...
And hell, I don't think they even show it live on Twitch. This is the first time they've, like, put...
And even then, it wasn't live.
No.
It was recorded.
It was recorded, but it was edited and, like, shown...
So, I think if it's easier for them to do it that way, and like I said, it was... how long was it? It was about an hour, hour and a half.
And also, like, they didn't do what usually happens when they show the BAFTAs, which is, like, they will just have an interview with someone who's won it.
Yeah. Even though they've already just done a speech talking
No.
about how
No, what I mean is, like, they won't actually show, like, the award and who's been nominated. They'll just go, this team or this game's won this, and have a quick, like, 5-minute, not even that, interview with someone.
Yeah.
From the developers. And I think with this one, they literally did just, like, here are all the games. This is the nominations. This is the award. These are the nominations, and here's the winner. And I do like the fact that, like, even if they don't win, I like when they do that, because I think if you're nominated, even if you don't win it, you should get at least a little bit of an acknowledgement, because just to be nominated for a BAFTA or a Game Award should be a big thing.
Yeah, it should be a big deal.
And I don't like it when they do awards and, like, off camera award them to people, and not mention, like, this is what these people were up against, because it makes an award lesser, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
If you just go, here's the one who won.
These ones.
Not like, for example, best music. Best music. Like if someone said, "Oh yeah, Disco Elysium just got best music," well, who's it up against?
Yeah.
You know, why has this?
Why did that win? Who did it beat?
Who did it beat?
Why is it won?
Why is it considered the best? And why is it, who did it beat to get there? And when you've got like the list of nominations, you can then compare them and go, wow, this is an actual like stacked nomination. So I hope they do it the same way. I hope that like they continue the trend of like showing all the games that are nominated, because even if they don't win, they deserve at least a little bit of the spotlight.
They deserve a nod.
Yeah.
You know? But I think that's it. I think that there's not much left to talk about now.
No.
I mean, it's not really been much in the news.
No, because like we said last week, the event of this year is still going on.
It's still happening.
It's still happening.
That thing that YouTube doesn't want people to talk about.
Even though they've apparently said that you can talk about it, but the thing is though is that the algorithm is in charge, and no one trusts the algorithm because the algorithm is shit.
Do you know what YouTube actually is? YouTube is actually Skynet. That's what it is.
I wish Skynet was.
It's slowly taking over.
That would mean that it actually has a bit of competence in it. There is none. There is literally none. If Skynet was the same level of competency as YouTube, there wouldn't be a Terminator movie. Because you know what it would do? It would try to fire a nuke, and all it would do is defuel the bloody nukes, the missiles. It would actually defuel the missiles.
Oh, it's terrible.
The algorithm is terrible. It is one of the worst things in the history of programming. Because all it does is encourage bullshit and crap and awfulness, because it's all about like, oh, that gets views, so let's get that. We'll push people towards that, even if they don't like it. Yeah.
And on that note of people never watching this video.
On that bitter note.
On that note. I do hope you've stuck around to the end of the video. Feel free to comment on what you think should have won.
Yeah. Or were there games that weren't even mentioned?
Yeah.
That should have gotten the nod.
What you thought of the actual ceremony?
Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
Watched it?
Did you watch it? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? And
we'll see you in the next one. Hopefully.
What games do you think could be in the running for next year? BAFTAs.
Oh, Final Fantasy's winning the next year. Don't be stupid, man.
I don't know. Resident Evil 3 remake.
Final Fantasy's winning next year. Don't be silly.
That's just something. Resident Evil 2 remake never got a nomination.
What?
Not a single one.
Medieval?
No, Resident Evil 2 remake.
I think that got nominated last year's. I think it just came out in time.
Yeah, possibly.
Possibly. I can't really remember, if I'm honest. But yeah, actually,
also, you say Final Fantasy VII. There is a game with Keanu Reeves in it.
Cyberpunk. That's very true. That could win it. It's great. Right, Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy. They're going to be the Disco Elysium and the Outer Wilds of this year, of next year. But it's just which one is which.
Yeah,
you've got to decide. And on that note, that groundbreaking note, I hope to see you in the next videos. Next week, I think, if things are still the way they are, which they probably will be,
we'll probably just talk about.
We're probably just going to talk about the games that we've been playing.
Which considering Friday is the 10th of April.
Yep.
A certain game is
a Final Fantasy VII remake is fully released. And
hopefully,
you will be.
Hopefully, my hard copy will be arrived in the post on that day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I've just gotten Resident Evil 3 through the door.
Yeah.
So I'll be playing that. I've got Persona 5 Royal to sort out, so we can talk about that.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll just talk about other things, other games that we're playing. Maybe anything on the PC, on Steam. I know Steam are doing like a little thing for the what's going on right now.
Yeah,
people are isolating.
I think are they like letting some games go free?
Yeah.
And like lowering the price on the lot.
I think what they're doing is a lot of the indie games that are going free. I think they're actually promoting more. Yeah. Instead of just letting them be where they are. But anyway, we'll talk about that next week. So I hope to see you there, and we'll see you then. I know I just said that twice, but shut up. Bye now.
Toodles, everyone.